Welcome to PERIDOT TV. As you know, the ongoing challenges in the nation as regards security, Fulani herdsmen has gotten worse, and southern governors have uttered words that mean war to the bandits, the Hausa Fulani, and now they responded, and I believe they should respond with action. Return to the north now. Northern Elders Forum, CNGS, other Fulani herders. The Northern Elders Forum, NEF, and the coalition of the northern groups have ordered Fulani herders to leave the southern parts of the country back to the north, where the safety of their lives and properties are guaranteed. Elders and youths in the northern part of Nigeria specifically expressed worries that southern leaders have openly threatened war against the Fulani herders, hence the need for them to move back to where their safety is assured. The controversial Ruga policy suspended by the federal government has generated various reactions, with southern leaders rejecting it. Earlier, the coalition of the northern groups have given the federal government 30 days ultimatum to resolve the objection by the south. But addressing a press conference after a meeting of the NEF with CNGS Tuesday in Abuja, where the youth demanded the relocation of all the Fulanis back to the north, the NEF chairman, Professor Ango Abdullahi, also supported the position, saying it was born out of the realization that the lives of Fulani herders have been put at risk due to the actions and utterances of southern governors in recent days. Now, one will wonder, who are the bandits, the Hausa Fulanis with guns, the cattle herdsmen with AK-47? He said, "We are worried about their well-being. If it is true that their safety can no longer be, we rather have them back in areas where their safety is guaranteed. The bottom line is that their safety is far more important than their stay there. This is a country we all wish to keep together and not at the expense of other section." CNG spokesperson Abdulaziz Suleiman also said that the governors of the south have given themselves so much authority and power that they now decide which category of herdsmen can be allowed to live in the south and others whom they tagged as criminal elements. He further stated that the situation has worsened after a section of the southern leadership had introduced a fresh round of instigations by indiscriminately blaming the death of the daughter of Afenifere leader Fashionrati on the Fulani and threatening reprisals on northerners, contrary on the spot account of our own driver and the official explanation by the police that the culprits were yet to be identified. He noted, throwing caution to the winds, Gani Adams, Fani Kayode, Yinka Odumake, and a host of other southern regionalists shamelessly insisted on changing the narratives around killing of the Fashionrati lady. In the process, they threatened all forms of violations and breaches against northerners, including the threat of an all-out war. With all these statements and steps taken by the southern governors and opinion leaders, we are worried that none of the northern governors or federal official has deemed it apt to caution them. The failure or neglect of the police to trace a connection between Fashionrati murder and the seeming prearranged conduct of Fani, Kayode, Odumake and Adams by their aides to shift the blame in order to render the Fulani object of attack is certainly suspicious. He further said, "We are concerned about the sincerity of the federal government in implementing the NLTP, going by the manner previous effort to execute development projects like the Mabila hydroelectric power project and several initiatives on the herdsmen dilemma were invariably stopped." And he further said, "We are equally worried that the NLTP is vested in the office of the vice president that is believed to have frustrated previous projects meant for the north. We find it difficult to trust the commitment of this government, which has for the past 4 years failed to execute any positive initiative towards resolving the herders' problems, nor shown any encouraging concern for the dilemma of the Fulani who have been attacked in various states. Based on the above observations, sir, and the fact that the instigation of hatred against the Fulani persists, we feel obliged to advise the leadership of the Northern Elders Forum to consider calling on the Fulani to forego their right to live and flourish anywhere in the south or any part of Nigeria and relocate to their various states in the north to ensure their safety, noting the inherent return value of such denial. Return to the North Now, Northern Elders Forum, CNGS Order Fulani Earths, July 16, 2019. So guys, what do you think about this? Is this a positive development? Hausa Fulani finally being called upon by their kinsmen to move down to the northern part of Nigeria. When you look at the map, the landmass that did not claim to be theirs is actually so large, so big. I mean, it's so big that it can, all the cows that they might ever want to have in their life, they can always have a settlement or have a colony over there, or whatever name, a ranch, whatever you want to call it. They can actually have this there. But it's quite unfortunate that private businesses have now become government business, where the government is actually looking for a way to resettle cattle herdsmen all over Nigeria, which is not supposed to be. This is a private business. What the government is supposed to do, in fact, this is supposed to create jobs. States that have grasses, pastures, feeds, whatever you might call it, they can actually package these things and send it down to the north. There are two ways. You can either do trade by barter. Either you bring me cow, I give you pastures, or you pay money. Depends on how the exchange is going to be. But all of a sudden, somebody has to die. People have to die here and there, and Nigerians have to speak out for they realized that this is total war. Well, Nnamdi Kanu has said it. He said this is zoo, that Nigeria is a zoo. Some might say he's wrong. Why is he speaking this way? Some might say sometimes he says Yoruba, this and that and that. Of course, we know that Nigeria has always been divided anyway. But when you look at the truth, the reality of everything is that Nigeria is not functioning properly. How can cows be allowed? Even Showore, also an activist, said the same thing. Nigeria is not functioning properly. And you listening to me, you know Nigeria is not functioning properly. You might be an Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, wherever you are from, you know Nigeria is not functioning properly. How can cows? We have a lot of challenges in Nigeria. They now topped it up with cows, herdsmen killing, and cows all over the streets. Imagine the Federal Capital Territory. In front of Aso Rock, cows move back and forth. Have you ever seen cows moving in the United States of America in front of the White House? Cows move like humans. Streets, houses, churches, even people's homes. Cow go into people's farms, eat up their crops. That's the kind of nation that we live in. And the federal government, Buhari, is saying nothing about this. Why? Because he is actually from this same part of Nigeria. He is an Hausa Fulani. He's a Fulani man, and he has cows. So to him, I probably think he might be feeling, I don't want to betray my kinsmen. And moreover, he grew up with cows too. Apart from being in the military, he grew up with cows. So it's like he has a passion for cows, like a child that grew up with cows. He still has that connection with the cows. But nevertheless, that's why we have the rule of law. Sentiments do not work with law. There are policies and common sense too, but then they say common sense is not common, because the way an Hausa Fulani will reason is not the same way somebody else will reason. Anyway, what do you guys think about all this development? What do you think about it? What is the way forward? Let's meet in the comment section below. And while you're that, may I remind you to tap on that subscription button. It's just down there below, and also the red notification icon bell too. It's just down there below. Just tap on them so you'll be notified whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.